Hey MoKids team, Alan Arn here. Hope you're doing well this week. I wanted to bring our word for the week via video this week instead of just text and see how that goes. So I hope you like that. As I've said recently, I want to make sure and keep in front of us as a MoKids team the 7 core commitments of a multi-ethnic church, which Mark has written about in his great book on the subject. And let's start that today. The first core commitment is embracing dependence. Consider these words from Mark's book. Americans are fiercely independent. We value and even reward self-sufficiency at every level and seek in most instances to control our own lives and destiny. Yet this is not how God would have us live. In fact, such a mindset is contradictory to Christ-centered spiritual life. And then he says, the way of dependence can not only be for us a transcendent reality, a nice thing to think about, it also must be an immanent mindset, a governing philosophy, a practical way of living and doing church. As I've said to you before, I don't want MoKids to just be what we as humans can think up and do. We can do some things, but it won't be all that God could do. It won't amount to much. And I don't want my life to be only what Alan Arn can think of, what Alan Arn can do. I want to see God's miraculous provision, His resourcing, His presence in everything we do, so that all the glory goes to Him and much more happens than we could ever do on our own. Jesus said in John 15, I am the vine, and you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit, for apart from me, you can do nothing. I want to challenge us, both in the big dreams and in the tiniest needs. Join me in embracing dependence on the Father in heaven. Now, an application point. Below this YouTube video, there is a place for comments. I want to encourage you, every single one of you, to think real quick. What is one thing you can be dependent on God for this week in MoKids? Maybe it's a child who needs a special touch. Maybe a family. Maybe a volunteer, another coworker in MoKids. Please don't use full names. Just use initials. But maybe it's a resource need. Maybe it's a need for more volunteers. Anything we have a need for, let's lay those at the feet of the Father. And let's use this comment section below this video to do that. And this will become a wall of prayer this week, a wall of dependence on God. I love you guys. I thank you. You do so much for these kids every week and change the future for the better when you impact these children. We'll talk to you soon.